Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Snake's Revenge. Last we left off, we got off a train. Alright, let's actually do the thing, thank you. But last we left off, we got off a train and we landed at another campsite. And I just stabbed a dude because I could. Okay, I do need some more explosives. I don't need more, I do not need more oxygen tanks, which a door up to the north would let me get. We may be back here later in a minute to refill, but not right now. Bad luck for me, but in a sense, not the worst luck because, well, we're going to sound off an alarm anyway here. Is that when we show you something? We're going to actually see what the X-ray lens does. Points out weak walls. Now, you do not have to point out the weak wall to be able to blow it up. This just tells you where it is when you're ready to blow it up. So let's go ahead and blow up this wall, because again, that will trigger an alarm when we blow it up with plastic explosive anyway. We're gonna roll or shove this rock with power armor. And also, just a side note. Just a side note here. If you are pushing a rock with the power armor, do not take off the power armor. Because if the rock because you saw how the rock went back to the right, correct? Well, if you've taken off the power armor and it touches you, it crushes you for instant death. So, maybe don't do that. I was almost really cruel. And that's one less. I did take a decent amount of damage there. Let's see, but I do have one more wall to blow up before I'm done with this little area. Not one more wall to blow up total, I've got a few to blow up. If you can make it down to that spot to clear out an alert. They only come up from the... Dang it! They only come up from the one area. That's what I was about to say. Also, if you get a pinata spot... you can conceivably use that pinata to clear out an alert. God damn it. That was not my best moment. So, be careful here, because if you notice, there's a path leading northward that you have to push the boulder to get through, right? Well, once you go up there, you're kind of stuck up there until you go through the doors on the right, and the doors on the right are progress. But you don't want to go through them just yet, because they're kind of annoying, to put it mildly. Instead, let's go south. Because we go south over here. Leads us to another prisoner, and it leads us to an increase in rank. Now, you may think, hey, the bosses have been largely very easy so far. An increase in rank's only going to help with that. You'd think. Wait till we see the next boss. I'm saying that now to bring it up now. But the fact that we actually have... the fact that we actually have a rank increase means that I can go back and I can go get more plastic explosive, and I can go back and get more oxygen tanks. We can also get these binoculars, even though the game calls them telescope. We can get those. They're just about as useful as they were in the first game, which is to say not at all. I don't recall if the game respawns enemies in the rooms you're using binoculars in like it did in the first game. So they may be slightly more useful. Not in any large amount, mind you, but let's try it, shall we? It calls it optic lens. Luckily, it does let you look around the place, so they have slightly more utility than they did in the first game. Even though it does still show the walls in place. And huzzah! The enemies do not respawn when you come back. So, it's slightly more useful than the first game, but it's still not going to show you too much. So it doesn't show you enemy positions or anything like that, sadly. So now let's go ahead. Go ahead and start refilling stuff. Starting with our plastique here. Even though we will be using more of it, so we won't end the area with full plastic explosive. But, you know, in the end, we will have another 8 of them on us. Which, I mean, I'm not going to complain about. You die. Also, this place does not have a whole lot in the way of pit traps. And that brings us up to 7. Yep, that brings us up to 7, and that is our new maximum. Although I should switch out for the handgun here. Sadly, we do not have an ammo refill right here. There is an ammo refill point on the campgrounds. We're just not quite there yet. And besides, I'm going to be turning someone into a pinata before I leave. I believe that's the only fair and equitable thing to do. At least for me. Cleared out the area below, so we don't need anything else in there. However, we want to come up here. Grab ourselves shotgun. I did not let that run, but yes, shotgun with no ammo right now. No way to silence the damn thing, but it can only hold 30 shells, at least at this rank. But it does clear out a pretty good path in front of you. It's kind of useful if you're really trying to get out of an alert or something. So now, remember how I said there's a distinct lack of pit traps? That's about to change. Welcome to the pit trap room, where what you have to do is navigate these little rafts. It's not fun. It is kind of nerve-wracking. And if you step off into the void, you can guess, you die. So it's not a whole lot of fun there. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that I'm going to use some plastic explosive. Shoot him, since I've already got the alert going. Damn it. The fact that they put so many dudes for that alert is just a little bit annoying, I do have to say. So now... this guy's going to be all kinds of annoying. It's almost better to not even bother with him. But we do want to get into the room he's guarding off to the left. Not the right. The left is kind of important because there are some claymore mines and we can refill there. We grab 4 packs. At 3 packs each, that'll take us back up to 20. Yeah, there we go. And the door on the right is kind of a dead end. In the fact that it won't open for us. It's a one-way door. Much like the door we ran into back in the first campground area, where we had to go into an underground tunnel and then come out the left side. That is another door that does exactly the same thing. I almost hate to waste it, but I don't think it'll be much of a waste. Because luckily for us, the hole to get down to that particular area is right here, and jumping down it will cancel out the alert. So, I also want to note that they decided in the room with the oxygen tank here, that is a second spot for the silencer to show up. If you did not get the silencer in the very beginning of the game, I feel very sorry for you trying to play this game without the silencer, because you ain't getting through it without shooting people. But there it is. You can get one. So let us sadly, if you get spotted there, and it's very hard not to get spotted there. I'm terrible at not getting spotted in a lot of these rooms. sometimes it's better just to soak up the hits and sprint. Because you will eventually get... You will also eventually get rocks dropped on your head. You will also eventually just get through the entire place. And as we have made it through the first tunnel, even though with alarms blaring the entire way to make us soak up some damage. Luckily, we are at a pinata. This guy will do very nicely to refill my rations, and there will be about 12 or so of them now that I'm this rank. But I think getting to this point makes this a good stopping spot for me. Why? Because the next boss may prove to either be really fast, or it may prove to take me 30,000 tries. Which one it is, don't know. We will see when we get there, because the boss that's coming up has completely RNG movement, and it kills via, well, anything it does, really. We'll see, okay? But for now, I'm calling the video here. When we come back, we finish out the campground, and almost no matter how long it takes, I think that will be a video in and of itself, just finishing out this place. But yeah, so until then, take care everyone.